Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about another horror-related movie. I was anticipating this one for a while. I didn't get to see it in theaters, but I'm talking about the sequel to the hit Korean zombie film Train to Busan. This one's entitled Peninsula. So, Train to Busan presents Peninsula. If you guys haven't seen the first one, just take 2 hours out of your life and witness one of the best zombie films ever made, in my opinion. This movie starts off around the same time as the first film, although a 4-year time jump takes place. We see our two main characters, Jun-suk and his brother-in-law Shul-min, go along with the team to retrieve a truck full of money from the wastelands of the Korean peninsula, now inhabited by zombies, rogue militia, and some other people trapped in the mix. When this film started out though, I was kind of worried. I mean, of course, for starters, they pulled you in with the feels, but there was a lot of American actors in the beginning of this film, and honestly, their acting was terrible. But there were some Korean people in the film speaking English too at certain points. I was really hoping the whole movie wouldn't have this constant back and forth between languages, and thank God, because for the most part, it was only the beginning. After the first half hour or so, you can definitely tell this film has a different tone than its predecessor. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because Peninsula dials back the horror aspect a bit, and this one makes for a more gory action film with a little bit of humor rolled into it. I have to give this film credit though, because it completely embraces the new tone and you get to see a lot of cool stealth tactics and very well executed action sequences. It's all very well thought out. There's a scene in this movie where a horde of zombies blocks the road, and this little girl, she's so badass and smart. She takes an RC car, it's fitted with all these rave lights and loud booming sound. She sends it out, distracts the zombies with all the flashing lights and sound to make their path clear. Each supporting character in this film offers some sort of help to the team, and when you see them all work together, it's super satisfying. Do you guys want to see badass car chases with zombies thrown into the mix? Well, don't worry, this movie in all of its over-the-top glory will not let you down. A little thing to add is you don't really need to see the first film to understand this. It's definitely its own contained story. The villain in this movie was enjoyable. He's the leader of that militia group surviving on the peninsula. He's such a dick. Even if the human characters aren't infected, he doesn't care. You're on his territory, so he's just gonna off you anyways. The most entertaining part though, the rogue militia created this battle royale type event where innocent humans are pitted against zombies. Honestly, if that were a video game, I'd play the shit out of that. Well, I guess technically, there's already a zombies battle royale now, right? It's easy to tell that our two main actors, Gang Dong-hwan and Lee Jung-hyun, are the standouts of this film. They each have a ridiculous level of heart and badassery to their characters. Some moments between them are slightly drawn out, but I can look past that. And thank God they didn't try to throw some cliche romance into this film. After this one though, I'd love to see these two actors break into the American film industry. As far as negatives go, first off, I don't understand the hate this film is getting. Yeah, some of the action sequences have wonky CGI and the cars look rubbery, but come on now, this ain't a huge Hollywood blockbuster. Although I did find it kind of weird when our group of heroes are fleeing from the rogue militia, they're in this big moving van type of vehicle, and it looks like it can go 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds. Half the time, some of the clips look sped up too. I was kind of disoriented by that. But you get badass action sequences, likable characters, great gore effects, and a little bit of humor thrown in. Who wouldn't like that? I guess one could argue that the plot points in this film are slightly reminiscent of the first film, but I think they repackaged it in a way that makes it unique. Closing this review out, I think a lot of people who enjoyed the first film will enjoy this one as well. The only big downer, besides the little things I mentioned before, is there's a scene at the end. And oh my gosh, it's super drawn out, and I don't know if this was originally planned, but you know they want to execute a happy ending, and I feel like they could have just done it better. It's definitely got rewatchability though. I'm kind of in a zombie mood right now in general, so if you guys have any suggestions for standout and unique zombie films, please leave them down in the comments below. Train to Busan presents Peninsula gets a 7.5 out of 10.